Hi, my name is Mats, and I'm here at SharePoint Challenge 2012. And we're creating a vision prototype for an app store in SharePoint. We're going to create a storefront in site settings. And right now, I want to demo how we do SharePoint Craftsman style of development using the puzzle part approach for apps development. If you want to read more about how apps will revolutionize enterprise software, you can go to our website on puzzlepart.com. So first let me show you what we're trying to do. I'll show you the before picture. So right now, in a very early stage of development, we simply have this farmers market app catalog in the site settings, and in here there's some data popping up. So I'm going to walk you through the development scenario of adding some more data to this UI. So let me switch to Visual Studio. So what I want to do is that I want to expose the licensing model of an app in the app listing. So the first thing I'll do is that I'll write a unit test asserting that the license model is equal to subscription. I'm just going to let it be a string for now. So I'm using a test first, so I'm just creating all the properties using a sharper like this. I'll create a property license model. I'll even create it read-only because I'll do the simplest possible thing that could work. And I'll do this as an auto property like this. So now my unit test should probably compile. And run. But it will probably fail because I don't have the right value yet. So right now we're just mocking all our data until we have a stable domain model. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that the app controller serving up the mocked data will actually set the license model property to subscription. Like this. And going back to my unit test once again, running it. I should now see that I have a running unit test. So the next thing I want to do is make sure that this data ends up in my UI. So we're using a simple MVC-inspired approach to get our data into our user controls and into our ASP access. So showing this data is a breeze, since this user control is already a view of the app domain object. I can simply access the view data, which is a strongly typed object, and I'll get the license model property. I'll add a little label as well, like this, and I'll build it. So we also have the ability to do rapid local testing using Cassini. So if you look at how this page looked in Cassini before I made this change, it looked like this. And I'm going to try to refresh this now to see if my field has showed up. And here we go, license model, subscription. So the next step will be to get this new functionality into SharePoint and into the settings page that we are running. In order to accomplish that, I'm simply going to go ahead and commit my changes. So let me just get this into source control real quick. I'm just going to do commit, and these are my changes. Looks good. And there, I'm done. So the next part of this process is fully automated. We have a build server up and running, running continuous integration, triggering on every single check-in. So on our build plan for the farmers market, which is the name of our conceptual app store for SharePoint, you can see how the build is moving on. If I go to the main plan, you can see the full history. You can see that my recent commit has triggered a build, which is currently working. You can also see that we have a build history where we've been doing this ever since we started Arctic SharePoint Challenge, and we're building on every commit. And sometimes it fails, and we're able to fix it immediately. So if I go into this currently building process, you see now it's finished. You can see what it's actually done. It starts with the compile and unit test, then it does the WSP packaging, and since Atlassian Bamboo is distributed, we're able to put a build agent on the staging server running SharePoint, so we can do the WSP upgrade automatically as well. So the only thing we're not doing right now is doing the warm-up. So I'm just going to head over to the App Store page again that I showed you previously, and we're going to hit the page, but it's going to take a little while since we need to warm up. So in the meantime, I just want to point out one more thing. You can see that this is revision 39 of the Farmers Market solution, and this is build number 43. And we're actually putting this as the assembly version of our components as well, and we're showing that off into the feature list of the site. So I'll show you that at the end of the demo. So hopefully the server will warm up and we'll get the functionality that we want in the browser. So there you go, license model subscription. And we finished a full integration cycle using continuous integration and continuous deployment. And if we're really curious about exactly what revision of our code is running in our environment, we can simply go to Site Features over here and look in the feature list, and you'll see the Farmers Market App Catalog by Puzzlepart, and you'll see this is build number 43 and revision number 39. So with that concludes our demo of how we like to do SharePoint development Craftsman style.